Okay, the continuations of what I've been talking about last week, AUKUS AUKUS, the airlines military. There was the military airlines that was formed between U.S., Australia, and U.K. I feel that this is not a great start, but to make it worse, I think the whole world is going to take side. More like the Western is going to form an alliance against China, because now all they talk about is China, 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 China. Africans, I think they like China's, and the surrounding countries really depends on how uh, U.S. is managing those bases as well, those airlines, friends, whatever you want to call it, the associates. NATO, they all view China as a competitors. Here's the thing: if you really view them as a competitors, why don't you just compete on the commercial side? Because the whole world is linked together. International trades are all linked together. It doesn't have to be military competition. Think about it. The world is gonna be a huge chaos with all the pandemic that's going around. Potentially the bioweapons. Why would you want to make the world a worse place to live in? The world is not, it's not as good as what we want it to be already. The potentials of going worse is there because of the pandemic, because of the vaccines, the conspiracies of the vaccines, the deaths that's caused by all this chaos. It is unnecessary to go to that extent. I feel that the world should actually get more united together instead of trying to be a more divided places. What I actually want to talk about is that if the world really have war against each other, talking about hot war, shooting weapons against each other, whoever has got the nuke eventually might just press the button and fire the nuke, like Pakistan, China, US, France, Australia eventually, North Korea, certain countries. I think India too. I'm not too sure. UK, I think so. Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a good stuff. Let's just measure the balance, the strength between those countries. Say China airline with Russia's, and U.S. airline with the Europes. Would would it be would it who's gonna win? I think that's the best way to put it. Who's gonna win? China's gonna win. U.S. gonna win. I don't think there's any winners. For China to attack on U.S., it's probably just too hard, and it's very far away. Far distance attack is usually very very difficult. So as China coming, so as U.S. trying to attack China, China is probably going to play defensive. So if they safeguard their own borders and eventually do a counter attack, just like soccer, that's how it works. They potentially can win because all they need is just the friends around them. Japan probably is going to be a problem. I don't know, but Japan is a bit strange to me. They shouldn't be taking side because they are one of those countries that have started the World War II. They should learn from the lesson that there's no winner. A lot of people die, and the world will become much more backwards. So they shouldn't be fighting. So I don't understand about Australia. I don't understand about Japan. So is Australia. Why would they want to do that? New Zealand is very good. They are more peaceful minded. So I kind of like New Zealand more than Australia when it comes to this. And Australia has intrinsically think that New Zealand should be part of them, and they are still potentially trying to have some kind of control over New Zealand. However, New Zealand intrinsically do not believe they are part of Australia, and they should be separately having their own sovereignty. I supported them as well because New Zealand seems to be a peaceful-minded country, and they have done a great job. Nice place to stay in as well. People that have migrated to New Zealand long time ago seems to be the more educated one in comparison to those that have been present in Australia during the ancient time by the UK. But that's history. Yeah, the world should not have another war because pandemic is already the biggest enemy that we're facing right now. There's no need to get more enemies. People should not be dying.